Hey everybody, how you doing? This is George Herrera with the Queens Home Team at Keller Williams Realty. Just wanted to touch base today and give you a little insight on a common real estate term that we get a lot here in Queens, and I think it can be confusing sometimes to sellers or buyers. So this term is as is. So you hear this a lot, the term as is, sold as is, right? So when you're looking at properties and you're a home buyer, you might look at properties that in the description it says home sold as is, or as is condition. And what's important to note about these properties is typically they're standard sales. Okay, so as is, the way it is for, let's say, a foreclosure or an REO. If you see as is, no representations, that means the property is being sold purely as it is, and there is no negotiating. There's when it's as is, no representations, like with a foreclosure or a bank-owned property. With these properties, when you buy them, you're buying a house that you have they're giving no representations as to whether the plumbing will be working, the electrical, the roof can have leaks. They're not representing anything in the house or any of the major components. They're not making any representations on it. That's true as is in the terms of how a foreclosure or an REO property would be. It's as is with no representations. That's the terminology there. Now, when you see a standard sale, somebody selling their house, just a typical homeowner that owns a property, not a foreclosure or anything like that, and their property, their agent is marketing it as sold as is. Now, that even though they're saying as is, it doesn't necessarily mean as is with no representation. So it can say sold as is, but the important thing to note for sellers and buyers is that in Queens, standard contract for real estate typically has the wording and the language that refers to the major components of the house. So it usually says house will be free and clear of any leaks. House will be plumbing will be in working order. Electrical will be in working order. So all major components and the roof, these things are typically in a standard contract in Queens, and the standard contracts typically states that these things will be in working order by closing. So that's the difference. It can say as is, but as is with no representations means that they are not representing anything in the house, even the major components. But when you see as is on a standard sale, they're just saying it's sold as it is, but a standard real estate contract here in Queens typically will represent that the plumbing and electrical will be in working order, the roof will be free and clear of leaks, and things of that nature. So that's something important to keep in mind when you come across this term. And for sellers, even though you tell your agent, I'm selling my house as is, with a standard deal, a standard contract, the language will state that the roof will be free and clear of leaks, and the plumbing and electrical will be in working order. You can sell your house as is with no representations, but it will be harder to find a buyer to accept those terms, because most buyers want to make sure that the house is delivered free and clear of leaks and with plumbing and electrical in working order. So that's a little insight on the term as is and how it relates to properties here in Queens. If you have any questions regarding this or any other questions related to real estate, feel free to reach out to us anytime. Our contact information is right below. You can visit our website and contact us right through our website. If you have any questions or need anything, feel free to reach out. We're always open for questions, okay? Take care. Have a great day.